Professor Dave here. Let's look at some brains.
He knows a lot about the science stuff. Professor Dave explains.
We just learned about nervous tissue and the structure of a neuron, as well as the divisions of the nervous system. The two main divisions are the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. So let's go over the first of these in more detail now. As we said, the central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord. The human brain is the single most complex object in the known universe. With a dizzying number of neuronal connections and the mechanism by which it produces consciousness not yet well understood, we will have to be satisfied with a mere introduction to this organ. Rest assured, the brain and cognition will be discussed in far greater detail in the upcoming biopsychology course. But for now, we will just cover the basics. The best way to approach learning the structure of the brain is to examine early brain development. Within an embryo, the brain and spinal cord begin as a single neural tube. The anterior or rostral end begins to expand, and constrictions soon demarcate the three primary brain vesicles. These are the prosencephalon, or forebrain, the mesencephalon, or midbrain, and rhombencephalon, or hindbrain. The posterior or caudal end of the neural tube will eventually become the spinal cord, which we will discuss later. From the primary brain vesicles, the secondary brain vesicles eventually develop. The forebrain becomes the telencephalon, or endbrain, and the diencephalon, or interbrain. The midbrain stays as it is, and the hindbrain becomes the metencephalon, or afterbrain, and myelencephalon, or spinal brain. These will then all develop further to become the regions of the adult brain. The telencephalon sprouts two lateral regions called cerebral hemispheres, which together form the cerebrum, and the midbrain and hindbrain segments collectively become the brainstem. Confined to the volume of the skull, the fast-growing brain produces many folds, a process called gyrification, in order to best occupy the available space. This eventually results in the representation of the brain we are all familiar with, which we typically divide into four main regions. Those are the cerebral hemispheres, diencephalon, brainstem, and cerebellum. There are also